welcome to Season 2 of Would You, the Choose Your Own Adventure game show. Here in the show, we will go through several rounds of challenging questions and let our contestants have a chance to give me their best shot to defend their opinions. Depending on how they answer, one unlucky contestant, or me, could end up in the pit of unknown horrors. It's a long fall down to a doomed fate, and I certainly don't want to end up down there. Would you? With that said, let's see our guests. Our first guest is the founder of the Shark Bite Workout, an 18-plus VR workout group, Shadowforge! Ooh, taking a bow. Delightful. Shadow, tell us a bit about yourself.
Oh God. Well, let's see. I, like you said, do host a little workout every week, currently on a Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It is 18 plus. I've been twice, and I mean, if you want to work out all your muscles, yeah. There's a lot of
sweaty.
Oh yeah, no, people get sweaty, and there's certainly a lot of endowments showing how sweaty they're getting. Sometimes they go like both directions at the same time, so good time there. But it is a good time. You do a great job of coming up with the exercises for people, and honestly, VR is a good place to do workouts with people. So I'm really glad you're doing it. You're helping people out.
Exactly, that's what we do it for.
Excellent. And while we're at it, one of the people who goes to your workouts and one of our writers, by the way, for Toggleroo Media and for Would You, JadedJaguar is your opponent. JadedJaguar, say hello.
Hello, everyone. Very pleased to meet you all. Thank you.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Jaded, you actually are also one of our actors as well. Let me put that in there. We're actually going to show a skit a little later on that you were a part of, correct?
That is correct, yes. And that will be the first skit that I've acted on in this series, so it'll be pretty fun.
Second, you were part of the Aristocrats skit, remember?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, you looked at me judgmentally, and I was into it. So, good times there. But just so you guys know at home, if you haven't seen us on Season 1, first off, for shame. But second off, this is a Choose Your Own Adventure game show. We're going to have 3 rounds of some very fun types of subject matter being presented to these two. They're going to do their best to do me the hear me out moments. And provided they don't get canceled along the way, here's hoping, we'll figure out which one of you is more likely to survive the scenarios coming up. So, that said, with that explanation and with people at home waiting, are y'all ready for the first round?
Absolutely ready.
I do believe so.
That's what I like to hear. Let's see the first round! This is going to be Would You Seduce? This is going to be a few different pop culture furry characters that people are kind of a fan of right now. We'll give you a scenario where you might run into them, meet them, etc. And in that scenario, I will give you 3 options that you can pick from that actually see if you will be able to land the date with them. Now, that said, if you don't like my answers that I'm giving you, first off, for shame. But second off, you do have the ability to submit your own option. Option D. You just got to ask for the D. So, makes sense, right? I mean, it's so easy to ask for. It's very easily accessible. Honestly, it could be a bit, but hey, I'm sure you guys will be able to handle the girth of it. But that said, are you ready for the first question?
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see who our first dateable person is. We have Pobbert. Now, by the way, if you have not seen Zootopia 2, spoilers. You can come back in, 3 minutes, but otherwise, spoilers on what happens in the movie. And by the way, just so you guys know, I got spoiled before I even got to see the movie, because unfortunately, E621 is bad with their tags. So, yeah, there's that. But, Pobbert, shall we? Life in Zootopia has its ups and downs. The downs are, of course, the occasional racism and oppression from the Lynxleys. Still, nothing beats letting out all your repressed feelings at Burning Mammal. While partying your heart out in the desert climate, you wander by a tent and spot the youngest son of the Lynxley family, Hobbart, looking embarrassed and flustered while talking to himself, which, look, he's got that cute Lynx thing going on, so the flustered look is... JJ, you know how easy it is for a cat looking flustered to be adorable. Isn't that right?
Yes, but how dare you?
I'm just calling it like I see it. So he seems to be trying to come to terms with possibly hurting an innocent pit viper and an overzealous police officer just to get his father's approval. He looks like he could use some advice. Or some support, maybe? I don't know. Would you, A, go to him and try to convince him to stand by his friends and offer to be his friend as well? B, follow him and try to help him while keeping his secret so he can succeed? Or C, rat his ass out and try to riz the pit viper instead? I know. It's a hard decision. Well, not that hard, but he is cute.
Well, I think I have my
Jaded?
answer. Yes.
Jaded, let's hear your answer. You look like you're thinking, but I want to hear from a fellow cat how you're gonna do this one. Let's hear it.
For me personally, I am going to have to go with option C. And you might be wondering, why the hell would I do that to a fellow cat? Well, as a cat, I can tell you, cats are bastards, all right? And let's be honest.
Yeah, they are.
This guy is a real bastard, okay? So, to be honest, I think the best decision is to just put him away. And besides, Gary is just a better person, in my opinion. He's nice, he's funny, he's a bit awkward. You know, everything you could ever want in a partner.
I can't even imagine why you'd be thinking that. I mean, look, he's such a cute lynx. Really? You're going to pass up on that?
Well, I have some personal reasons why I'm particularly against the rich, but, you know, my lawyers have advised me to keep it there.
Yeah, and my lawyers would probably agree, but that's your answer. All right, we'll see how that plays out. Forge, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking answer A, actually.
Answer A. Okay,
Yeah.
so you want to go to him and you want him to try and see the error of his ways.
At least hear him out, you know, get a bit more of the story about this, because, well, I'm not too familiar with them. I mean, just walking by the tent and all.
Well, what would you tell him?
Well, I would at least give him a chance, give him an opportunity to explain himself and, well, see if he can justify his actions and if he can find himself a way to get past it, to make it better.
Aw, Forge, that's really sweet of you. I think that's a really nice answer, but it's not the right answer. Because he's a bastard, okay? Look, for every single one of you who's doing the I could fix him line, if you have to say the words I can fix him, it's too late. Listen to me, people. He is an unforgivable cat bastard, which is why, Jaded, you do get that one, because, yes, the pit viper is the better answer. He is adorable. I love him. He's got that cute smile. Look, he's absolutely the correct answer here. And again, I know some of you in the audience, I know some of you on Twitch are saying to yourself, nah, I could fix him. Look, daddy issues are one thing, but if your daddy issue solution is to kill the people that you've been friends with, it's too late. Done. You're out of the game on that one. But congratulations, Jade. You got the first point on that one. We're not done with the rounds. Don't get cocky. Because you're a cat, and I know you will.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I am being catist today, but to be fair, some of my best friends are cats. I felt dirty. That didn't feel right. Let's not go down that path, shall we? But we do have our next round if you guys are ready.
Yeah.
Well, next round, next thing, you know, rounds, plans, and let's see the next slide.
Heck yeah.
We have the lamb. I know. Praise him. Actually, my whole screen went dark there when I did that, so I don't know if I got smote, but okay, I'm back. All right, running for your life from blood-crazed colts was unpleasant. The hungry man spider that caught you was at least willing to give you a comfortable silk wrapping, but then you saw them. The lamb, so fluffy, so regal, and apparently wealthy enough to pay quite a bit for you. You are sent through a dark portal, only to end up in an extensive compound with many others. As you spend your days here, you keep catching sight of the lamb time and time again. Sometimes they bless you, sometimes they give you a gift, and watching their fluffy butt up on that pulpit really brings a fire to your soul. But you want more for them, don't you? With that in mind, would you admit your undying love for them? B, ask them to kill another member of the cult so you have them to yourselves. Look, these other people are getting in the way of your time with the lamb, and that can't happen. Or C, give them a gift. I'm here to thinking. Forge, what are you thinking?
Yes. I'm thinking answer B.
Ooh, answer B. Now, I will give you guys a reminder. You do have an option D available if you need it. You don't have to use it yet, but you do have an option D and you get one per round. But you're thinking B. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, why option B?
Well, asking them to kill another member, or multiple members of the cult, eliminate a bit of competition, help weed out the bad souls within this little cult, and eventually, who knows, maybe end up a bit closer, end up a close confidant, end up snuggling that little fluffy boy.
Okay, I see you trying to get in there. Jaded, what are you thinking?
I am actually thinking option C. And here's why. It's going to be a little bit of a more abstract gift that I'm going to be offering the lamb. I'm going to offer my services as a resource mule, because as someone who's played the game, at least for me, the worst part of the game is gathering all the resources that you need to build every building that you need. All right, constantly going in and day in out, just trying to keep up on materials. It sucks. So I'm going to offer the lamb my ability to just gather all the, worthless, just busy work materials while he can go off and kill all the heretics.
That's a very nice thing for you to do. I think you both are trying your best to help the lamb. But let me just go through these one at a time. So, Jaded, you just basically signed up to be the person they send out on journeys to go gather stuff. So you might get a marriage, but you're not getting a lot of time with the lamb. You're just gonna, every time you come back, you get a nap, and it's like, shit, I need more bones. JJ, go on. Which, to be fair, if you're on my Cult of the Lamb run, and you are there, we might get married. But I need you're exactly right. I need more resources. But that means you're gone, and there's that warm bed, just me and not you in this case. If I'm the lamb, which I am definitely not an alternate dimension version of the lamb presenting himself before you. You don't have to worry about that. We've done the tests. Shadowforge, you were wanting to give the lamb some advice on who to take care of. I don't know about you guys, but whichever follower I have that's constantly telling me to kill all the other followers is not the one I want to have around. Come on. You're telling me I have to kill all these other people that actually do stuff, and look, I'm sure your skills are amazing, but they're really good at I don't know what's a random skill. They're really good at cleaning up the messes around here, and that one is overzealous. I can't sacrifice these guys every time you get jealous.
Look, I'm not saying it because I'm jealous. I'm saying it because that fucker asked to eat shit for the third time.
Okay, that's fair. But not every member of the cult wants to eat shit.
No, that's
not every member.
Just because JJ has a specific want and keeps, gets sending out on these missions doesn't mean that he deserves to be killed, Forge. Or the fact that he wants to eat shit. It's he can do what he wants. I don't want to judge him. Yeah, I should probably not say that. Your girlfriend would murder me.
It's true.
I'm not. I'm not messing with your girlfriend. So we have one more seducible person here right now. JJ has one. Forge has none. But there's one more round, which means you can either tie, or JJ just wins. So, shall we see what our next person is? We have Sonar, which, okay, full disclosure, I haven't played the game, but people have been telling me that he is quite feisty in the game. Something about twinks. I don't know what's going on there. Twinkies? Ho-hos. But we have a nice little scenario here. You're a citizen of Los Angeles, hypothetically. And by night, you run a podcast on all the awesome heroes of the city. You knew something might eventually happen with idiots running around with freeze-rays, demon dinosaur people, and evil idiots with their different laser things trying to rob museums. It's just LA, I know, but, LA, but spicier, you could say. So, the idiot with lightning balls on his hands and the stupid haircut is trying to rob the bank that you are currently at, making you a hostage. While there, though, the handsome bat beast that came out of nowhere and beat the shit out of the dumb crooks before he ran off is kind of turning it on for you a little bit. So seeing him transform into a more human form didn't make you forget about that beast that mauled that man. And you would love to see it again, if you know what I mean. He's just standing there looking around with his two eyes before your eyes lock. Walking over, you have a chance to catch this hot Batman's attention. Would you? Talk about financial advice. He clearly knows a lot about it. I mean, he's wearing a business suit, right? He probably went to a nice school, I hear. B, ask him to come onto your podcast and talk about what he does. Hey, could make your podcast go up a little bit, get a few more follows. Or C, offer him to have him eat the cream out of your Hey, guys, we spelled Twinkie wrong. Can we next time, not do that way? But we'll get on that later. Don't worry about it. But these are the options. What are you guys thinking? I'm hearing some contemplation. Okay. What you guys got? I'm hearing some contemplation here.
I think I have an answer, but sadly, that is going to require me to ask for the D.
Oh, JJ, I never thought you'd ask, but here we are in front of an audience of people, and here you are asking for the thing you rightfully deserve. So let me give you my D, JJ.
Babe, if you're listening, I need to do this, okay? All right. So, my offer is, I'm not going to do any of that other stuff. I'm just going to straight up offer to become his sidekick. I mean, after all, he's going around saving the city and stuff, and, he's probably going to need someone, supposedly, maybe or not, who knows the city like the back of his hand. Probably going to be an extra big help. I mean, he is a Batman. He's probably going to need a Robin,
Or a cat boy, but yeah, okay. See your point. I'll think on that. Forge, what you got?
I'm thinking answer C, because, he's hard at work. He's a busy man. I could offer him a little treat, help him stay full and ready and energized for the rest of the work that he has to do.
Okay. I hear you. Okay. Getting both your answers in, thinking it over, taking all the information in, analyzing it in my brain, here's what I'm thinking. So, Forge, I think that would actually work. He does seem like the kind of person where that would land a date with him. You do have the opportunity to step away from the business and just give him a fun time. I think that would actually work out pretty well. Not sure you get the call back, but you could definitely get with him at least for a night and have some fun there. And JJ, so the thing about Sonar that we had to keep thinking about is he's a business bastard. He is all about that cryptocurrency nonsense. Which means if you're offering to be his sidekick, he's probably just gonna have you go be his sidekick and not have to work as hard. So I don't think you're landing that date. I think you'd make an excellent sidekick, but I don't think you're landing that date with him. Plus, if you get with him, now you're in the business, so there's HR violations. Nobody wants those. But congratulations. That actually ties you guys up. So if you guys both want to grab a trophy real quick, you guys both have 1 point, which at the end, when we do our survival round, you can use those to fend off one of your possible deaths in the future. Also, it's a golden kangaroo. Who doesn't love those? But we are about to go on a commercial break. It's delightful, I know. But we're going to go on a commercial break in a second, and you guys at home are going to be seeing one of our fun skits we've done recently. This one actually starring a person on stage. So with that said, we'll see you guys in just a little bit, and thank you for coming to Would You. See you soon.
Sleeping in is now a thing of the past. You're able to get to work on time, every time, thanks to Warp Pipe Travel Agency.
Ah, you're here. Listen. Gonna need those SPS reports in by Monday, alright? Oh, and, you're not wearing pants.
Warp Pipe Travel Agency. Ready for you, even when you may not be.
Welcome back to Would You? And special thanks to JJ for showing your derriere in that little commercial we have there. Yeah, it was excellent. The movement of those cheeks was kind of perfect. You really got that saunter down. So, which, by the way, so, the himbo cat. Where did you get the himbo cat avatar?
It was a gift from a friend, and another friend helped me texture it, so yeah, I rarely ever use it, but it's there as an option, and that just happened to be the perfect situation.
I think so. I think so. It was a perfect time to use it. In Forge, so you normally are a shark avatar, right? Do you have any alternatives?
Yes. I have a couple, but they rarely see any use. Mostly this one.
Okay. And it's a delightful one at that. I have seen, as a gay man, more of it than I intended to, but it's a very delightful avatar. And well, like I said, if y'all are looking for a good workout and a very good sight to see while you're working out, I'd highly recommend talking to Forge, because health is important. Actually, what got you started on the workouts, if you don't mind my asking?
Actually, I started out with just a single friend. He wanted to start working out, but first off, didn't have the money for the gym, didn't have the motivation to go to the gym, and also felt a bit nervous about just going to a random gym and not knowing what the fuck to do there. And well, with me already doing 3 workouts a week with a personal trainer, I thought, I know enough about the exercises, I know enough about this and that, about the health stuff. And I thought, you know what? Why don't we do something together? And, well, we went for 1 or 2 times, then JJ caught wind of it, and then a couple other friends. And now we regularly have about 10 people, something like that, every week. So, yeah.
Nice. Huh. It's very good that you're doing that, and exercise is important. I'm trying to get back into it myself, so I am glad that you're helping people through that journey. That's very nice of you. Speaking of journeys, we do have to continue down this one since it is a game show, and we do have another round for you. Want to see it?
Sure.
Let's go! So, we have an FMK round. Fornicate, marry, knock off. Fornicate, marry, kill. I think we can still get away with the word kill for a little bit longer. Once that goes away, we'll change it to knockout. But for now, it's fornicate, marry, kill. We will go through various characters that you have the options to kind of figure out which one you want to fornicate with, which one you'd want to marry, which one you'd want to go ahead and never see again. Now, the key thing about this is there are dangers with each of these rounds. If you marry the wrong person, if you fornicate with the wrong person, if you kill the wrong person, that could have consequences which could end up with you either having a less than happy life or no life at all. So make sure you keep that in mind. And for those who have been there for season 1, we have a new rule. Whichever one of you goes first, the other person cannot pick the same options. So that means if you know the right answer, you gotta get in there quick. That said, this is a hear me out type of round. If you have to pick the wrong answer, sell me on it. And if I believe you, I'll give it to you. Seem fair?
Seems very fair.
Awesome. Let's see who we got first. So
Ooh. Mm.
I've been on a Muppets kick. They kind of came back recently. Everyone is saying the new show is really good. I'm actually watching old episodes, and once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go to the new season. I'm really looking forward to it. But while watching it, I kind of realized a lot of the personalities there would work well for this, unfortunately. So for your first one, you have Kermit, Miss Piggy, and Fozzie. With these options, and this is going to be our first serve, so you best be ready. Who's going with fornicate? Who's going with marry? Who's going with kill? Oh, Forge just raised their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be quicker. Forge, where are you going with this?
Let's see. Easiest one first. Miss Piggy, kill. She's the one crazy bitch. She would, like, if you leave her alive for any of the other spots, unless it's Mary, you would not end up well.
Okay.
Now, I'll say...
And what about the other
Fozzie-
two spots? You got...
Yeah, I know. Fozzie, I would say fuck.
Okay.
Well, because, you know...
So he's a
nice,
bear. I dig
she's good.
bears. I gotcha.
He. And Mary for Kermit. I mean, that guy's absolutely the best. Like, a wholesome dude. Great life, got some musical skills as well. Love that. So, yeah.
Okay. It's an interesting option there. I have one follow-up question. How would you try to kill Miss Piggy?
Ooh. Well, I mean, you already saw what I was packing before with the weapon, but, you know, there's other options.
Okay. All right. Some weapons, an epic battle. I'm gonna think about that. Jaded, what are you thinking?
Well, I am just happy that Forge here didn't take what my personal options were. And that is actually going to be marry Miss Piggy, fornicate with Kermit, and kill Fozzie. Now, to explain to kill Fozzie, I'm sorry, it's just the only option left, all right? I would have preferred marry or fornicate, but I need to handle the other two problem childs first. So sorry, Fozzie, you gotta go. Now, as for marrying Miss Piggy, Toggle, you know that I happen to have a history of taming wild beasts, I guess you could say, you know?
Mags, you said it, not me. I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with that. I didn't set him up for that. If you need to take him out, leave me out of that one. Continue.
But yes, I happen to have a history and know how to handle women like Miss Piggy. And fornicating with Kermit means that he will still be alive, so just in case Miss Piggy needed a little bit of that old flame, he is still available. Everyone's happy except for Fozzie, but, you know, I'm sorry, Fozzie, but it was the only option left.
Okay, so all options on the table. Let's go through this one at a time. Jaded. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Miss Piggy might get mad at you for fornicating with Kearney, but if you propose it and propose to her, I could see that working out, especially if Kermit's on good terms. And Fozzie's expendable, that's fair. Forge. I hate to say it, I don't see you killing Miss Piggy. Yet have you seen her? She knows karate. She can burst through walls. She has superhumans. Look, I'm sure you would go up and you would bring a good game and your battle music would be playing and it's like, it's on, Miss Piggy. Yeah! And that'd be it. It'd just be like one karate chop and like folded in half. I'm so sorry. I believe in your strength, but I believe in Miss Piggy a little more. I'm so sorry. I liked the game you were spinning though, just so you know. All right. Ready for the next one?
Sure.
Okay, I promise it's totally different than the last round. Shall we? Or shall we? See, totally different. Completely different round here. We have Gonzo. We got Rizzo. You can hit him with that Riz. And we have Pepe. As the next options. JJ, is that a raised hand?
Okay.
All right, JJ.
May I answer now? Because immediately I'm killing Pepe. Immediately killing Pepe. Off principle.
What's wrong with Pepe? I don't. He's just a little guy. What's your problem with him?
Everything. So yes, killing Pepe off principle. And I guess for the other two, I'll marry Gonzo and fornicate with Rizzo because Rizzo seems like that one night stand kind of guy, but not really for a long term relationship. Gonzo has a history of being a good man and a good husband.
Okay, I'll have to think on that one a little bit. That's an interesting answer. Forge, what you got?
Ooh, you made it
indeed.
quite hard for me, yeah. You know what?
Now,
We having fun with Pepe. He seems like a little fun kind of dude.
having fun with Pepe. Okay.
Hey, taking a marry on Gonzo, goddamn. You doing me like that?
Well, I mean, okay. So you have to have different answers, but only one of them has to be different. The other, if you want to mix it up, if you still want to marry, yeah, that's fine. Just, but your kill is on which one then?
The kill would be on Rizzo then, yeah.
Kill on Rizzo. So, and fornicate Pepe, kill Rizzo, marry Gonzo?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, going through this, Forge, you should not have sex with that shrimp. That shrimp is going to give you crabs.
So what? More for dinner?
You are a shark. That's fair. But he is a bottom feeder, and you're better than that. Come on.
Look, there's something some people enjoy, and that's not for everybody, I guess.
Yeah, I immediately right there, the STDs alone, I think, are kind of not in your favor on that one, I'm afraid. JJ, yeah, that's a good way to go about it. Pepe, you can fry him up and serve him, quite frankly. Also, just so you guys know, the worst answer was not having sex with Pepe, it was trying to kill Gonzo, because he's into that shit. You can't kill him, he's unkillable. That would have just been a marriage proposal, and then you got all kinds of confusion. No, like legit, he is an immortal being that cannot die. You can stretch him, blow him up, fire him out a cannon, he's fine. We do have another one.
He's a bit of a masochist.
He is. He's totally. Look, he is. He may not be DTF, but he's definitely D to D, which is down to be destroyed. We do have one more. Well, I'm not even gonna try and it's more Muppets, shall we?
Oh God.
So this time we have the nonverbal, nonverbal twink, nonverbal bear going on here. So you have wonderful options, of course. Same as before, which one you fornicating with, which one you marrying, which one's gonna get the X? And yeah, this one might be a little trickier. Also, they are all the nonverbal characters. That's the. It was kind of hard to try to find the theming here, and these three are the ones you will never understand.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Oh, I see a hand, Forge. What you got?
Yeah. I'm gonna say we marry the chef. Mans can cook.
Okay.
We kill animals.
Got two more. Kill animal.
That dude's a bit,
okay.
Yeah. Well, bit too much. He's a good drummer. But, yeah. And we have fun with Beaker.
You're gonna put animal down?
Yeah. I'm gonna say fun with Beaker. I think he can make him squeak real cute.
Okay. So you're fornicating Beaker, marrying chef, killing animal. Okay. Got it. JJ, what you got?
Yeah, that's a shame because he honestly took the answer I would have picked. So I have to change different. I'm going to keep the kill on animal. He is just a bit too much on the wild side for me. But I will marry Beaker, though, because while I won't be able to marry Swedish Chef, a wonderful cook like him, Beaker is a man of science. And as we all know, baking is science, and I love baked goods. And I guess I'm just going to have to fornicate with Swedish Chef. I don't know. He might have good meatballs.
All right.
Definitely good.
I know my judgment on this. I know my judgment based on what you guys are saying, which we'll go with JJ first. So JJ, no. Here's the thing. Killing animal is difficult. Doable, but difficult. The problem is if you marry Beaker, Honeydew will murder you. It might not even mean to. Honeydew, yeah, it'll be like, oh, you took my best experiment. Well, that's okay. Next experiment that goes on, Beaker will be fine for once. You will be a pile of ashes. It'll be a sad moment, and they'll just move on. Yeah, Honeydew is a homicidal bastard, so he's kind of the danger there. Forge, marrying Swedish Chef is also extremely dangerous because if you're in the house with him, he cooks food with blowtorches, flamethrowers, explosives. Eventually, you're gonna be collateral damage.
I mean, I work in a kitchen as well. I use flamethrowers as well. How else do you make creme brulee?
With a tiny little... It's supposed to be not... It's supposed to be like a slight difference between the two. I mean, you can put it in a salamander. Don't get me started on food. Don't you be tricking me like that, Shark. Just because I like food doesn't mean you get to take advantage of me like that. But...
I got a secret brownie recipe for you.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind for the next round. But before we go there, we are going to be going on another commercial break in a moment. But before that, JJ, you can go get yourself another trophy.
Hooray!
That'll be 2 life points for JJ. Now, keep in mind, these life points are helpful, but they are not the absolute, because the last round can be tricky. That might save you, but it may not save you all the way. So just keep that in mind. Game ain't over yet. But with that said, we have another wonderful commercial to show you in just a moment. And to everyone here again, thank you for being here, and we'll see you at this commercial break. Ciao!
Hey, you.
What? Who? Me?
Do you like coffee?
I mean, I guess.
How would you like none of the energy it gives you, but all of the diarrhea?
What? No! That's horrible!
With our new decaf blended coffee, you get all of that brew bold flavor you love without keeping you up at night. And now, we also have a decaf tea option for all you brew bold tea lovers. Brew bold for a bold brew.
Welcome back. Lovely to see you again. I hope you liked the commercial. And of course, if you do need some full caffeine type drinks, we do have other brands of Brew Bold. They make a great tea for a nuclear apocalypse. But we do have another round for you guys, and this is a brand new one we've never done before. You guys ready?
Yes.
Let's see it. So, this is Would You Win? A round where we give you guys some video games that you get to represent and bring forth your cases on if they were going against each other, who would win in that fight. For this one in particular, we have Hunt Showdown versus Sea of Thieves. Now, both you guys seem to be experts in those games. Forge, what is Hunt Showdown about?
Hunt Showdown. Oh, well, it is a extraction shooter. You have to basically load into a map set in a cowboy-ish era with the expected cowboy guns, revolvers, lever-action rifles.
Right.
The simples, the classics, the beautiful scenery of the bayou.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to go in there, slay through zombie hordes. Well, hordes. A couple special zombies, and eventually find a big boss.
Gotcha.
Fun
So you
enough.
guys are...
Grab a clue, grab the bounty, and try to get yourself out.
Nice. So, representing Hunt Showdown, we'll go over what you have in a little bit, but you, of course, will have 3 of your hunters working with you. We'll go over more details on what they'll have as well. Jaded, you are a Sea of Thieves player, and the only thing I really know about Sea of Thieves on a regular day is that one pun, which I'm not supposed to say, but I really want to, because Sea of Thieves is the perfect setup to the perfect sex joke. It is so Calm toggle. Jaded, tell us about Sea of Thieves.
Well, Sea of Thieves is a game that came out I would say 5 years ago now, somewhere around there, made by Rareware. And it is a game where you play as a pirate along with you and your friends to captain a ship across the titular Sea of Thieves, going around to many different islands, fighting skeletons, finding buried treasures, fighting other players on their ships and everything. And your main goal is to try to make as much money as possible. And the ultimate goal of any game, really, is to get dripped out.
Wear the nice drip, the nice robes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Sounds like a good time. You also will have 3 pirates with you, but unlike Forge, who will be at a base, you will be pulling up in a dock with your ship, and we'll go over the details of exactly what you guys have here. So each of you were were alerted to your options ahead of time, and these are the options you picked for what you're bringing. So, Forge, you will have a Lamat carbine, a firebug, surefoot, which means that when you're moving around, you're less likely to trip and fall and shoot yourselves in the foot. So I'll give you a little bit more control over that. And the bomb lance. So carbine makes sense. Firebug's a throwable. What is a bomb lance?
The bomb lance is a modified harpoon launcher with a, well, explosive mounted to the harpoon, basically. And it
Okay.
can also be used as a long-range slashing weapon. Bit of a spear kind of idea.
Sounds dangerous. All right. And JJ, you are bringing with you a blunderbuss, the blunder bomb, which is more about pushing people around than doing damage, and the jig ball, which, do you want to explain what the jig ball does?
Yes. So Sea of Thieves have these things called cursed cannonballs, which you can load to your cannons and fire at other people with various effects. What the jig ball does is that it forces you to dance. You can't do anything else but dance while the effects of the jig ball are in place. So
Okay.
very bad if you're in a fight to the death.
Fair. Now, keep in mind, you have your ship firing these. They can only fire 1 per minute because it takes time to reload. So you may have artillery fire, but it is limited. And of course, Forge, you may have more abilities. However, artillery fire is pretty dang dangerous. So let's see how these even out. Forge, as you are defending a base, tell me how you're going to defend against pirates.
Well, let's see. Seeing them pulling up at a distance, I can already send out my little firebugs with me and my team.
Okay.
They are basically the modern equivalent would be a drone loaded up with an incendiary explosive. I can fly them right into the ship, right to the powder kegs, and boom.
Ooh. That does seem pretty dangerous. Okay, how many firebugs can you carry in the game?
By technicality, you could carry 4 of them on you.
Okay, so we're talking 4 possible remote explosives that could be a problem. Any other defenses you're putting up?
Well, having a location of ourselves, we would probably just use a bit of barricades. Hopefully a sturdy wall, because, well, ship cannons are quite dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And most buildings in Louisiana are not built that sturdy.
Okay, all right. So, you've heard their defenses, JJ. How are you dealing with that?
Well, of course, after bombarding the compound with our jig balls, in order to get them a little bit defenseless as my pirate crew comes in terms of the firebug, come on, Forge. Even you should know that while, yes, you can explode them into a fire explosion, they are also incredibly easy to take out, especially if you have a shotgun.
Oh, okay. Okay, now,
And
you said fire your explosives in the base. You only have 3 jig balls. Are you going to use them all in one go?
maybe not all in one go. I'll probably open up with one jig ball, and then have my pirates storm into the base with their blunder bombs. The reason being because one of the best things about defending a base is positioning. A blunder bomb will force you out of position.
Okay. So, that said, Shadow Forge, I have a question for you as a follow-up. This is your chance to maybe counter a bit of what JJ is saying. My question to you, do you think Surefoot would help with you having your pirates, your hunters, having to dance? Do you think Surefoot would help with the fact that your hunters are now forced to dance?
Well, it does increase a lot of mobility and firing accuracy, so you might still be able to, wield or swing the bomb lance around, for example, or even maybe get a shot while you're dancing.
Okay.
While it wouldn't be the most accurate, you would definitely, keep your feet busy and would struggle a bit with that. We would also have a bit more range advantage because of the carbine.
Okay, like the carbine has a longer range than the blunderbuss, you're saying?
Almost definitely.
Okay. All right, that's an interesting point. And then JJ, one more question for you. Do you have any way of defending against either the carbine or the bomb lance? Anything that would help you keep your pirates alive to get into that base and get the mission accomplished?
Well, as I said, with the blunder bomb in particular, the main advantage of using a rifle as opposed to something closer range like a shotgun is that if you're already in position and looking down a sight line, you can get an accurate shot. That's going to be really hard if that cover you were in, you're suddenly forced out of. And with the advantage that my pirates have of not having their movement as hampered as the hunter here, we should be able to duck and die from the shots that might be coming out of the carbine. It will be difficult because that is a revolver-style rifle, if I remember correctly. But we might be able to close the distance just enough to get in a good shot with a blunderbuss.
Okay. I have heard both your points. And I will actually say, this round, as an option D, if you guys want to take it, if you have anything else to add that you want to call an option D on, let me hear it.
Well, I do. The beauty of the Lamont carbine. You see, that thing is a 9-shot revolver, but it also got a breech-loaded shotgun shell in there. So if they do get close enough, well, either they're going to get whacked with the bomb lance, but if they're that close, well, they got other problems.
Okay. JJ,
but the shotgun shell on that thing is quite devastating.
Okay. Actually, a shotgun firing rifle revolver does sound kind of dangerous. JJ, anything else you want to add?
You know what? I will take that option D, and I'm going to bring in a secret weapon. Because most pirates don't just bring in one type of curse ball. There's another curse ball that I want to bring in, just in case, before we raid the compound. The grog ball, which forces you to be drunk.
Okay.
And I am talking stumbling over your words, cannot find your balance, absolutely plastered.
Okay. I appreciate you guys both putting all the thoughts into my head. Now, with both in front of me, I'm actually going to give this to Forge because Surefoot is the thing that's killing you here. Your main abilities here are to knock them around, to make them dance, to make them drunk. And these are all things that should win you the fight, except Surefoot literally is about being able to move and shoot. Even if you make it harder, the fact that it's a feat that can kind of help you with it, I just feel like that's going to be a counter, and the weapons are bringing a bit more distance. I think it's going to be a hard fight. I think they're going to regret getting into a fight with the pirates, but I can't give this one to the pirates when the main things you got coming in here are things that are not going to necessarily knock down the hunters. So Forge, congratulations, grab yourself a trophy, and you both are now tied, which means you both have an extra life point when we go to our last round. So congratulations on that one. We do have one more commercial break coming up for you guys, one nice little fun skit for you guys to watch that we're proud of. And then we'll be back in a little bit for the final round of Would You?
Welcome to hour 30 of the Hand Me a Card Challenge here at Howling Motors, where the hum of the motor is music to our ears. Our contestants are getting close to their limits, folks. Surely it won't be long now.
I know you needed to get to work, but I needed to get my sister out of town from a shitty boyfriend.
Yeah, well, I was gonna get it and sell it and use it to pay for Gram's medical treatments.
Phew.
Ha! I win. I don't even have a grandmother. Woohoo!
Ah, dang it! Well, I was lying about having a sister anyways.
And we have a winner, folks! Congratulations, little bro! Now that you've won, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to Disney World. Disneyland? Disney World?
Welcome back to Would You? Our final round, of course, is between these two who have been doing a lovely job. You both have 2 extra life points with you that you can keep you alive here. So the way this will work, well, let's find out. Let's see the final round. So what this is going to be called is Would You Believe? This is all trivia-based questions. I will read them out one at a time to you both. If you get a question right, fantastic. If you get a question wrong, 1 of your life points gets taken. If you have no life points left to leave you alive, you're dead. Now, if both of you guys survive all of your trivia questions, I dead. So, you know, don't be afraid to get some trivia questions wrong, because I don't want to go down there again. Look, it stinks. I mean, it's awesome down there, and you're gonna love it. We did finally manage to get it filled with barracudas with lasers on their heads, back ordered, but they're all bitter flavored, so you can't eat them. So I had to make it difficult for you somehow. But if you guys are ready, our first trivia question goes to Forge. Forge, would you believe that horses are measured in meters? By the way, these are all horse-related questions because you're the horse. But would you believe that horses are measured in meters?
By size?
Yeah, to indicate their size.
I would not believe that. Usually they're measured by weight, I think.
Okay. Well, the bad news is they're not measured by weight, but the good news is they're not measured by meters. They're measured by hands. It's an old measurement of unit where essentially the average hand has got a 4-inch width to it, so they measure it in 4 inches, which is basically a measurement of hands. So that's 1 life point you do not lose. Congratulations on that one, JJ.
Yes.
Would you believe that horses can't breathe through their mouth?
I would say I would believe that.
You would believe that.
Yes.
I'm glad you do. Horses are obligate nasal breathers. This means that they are unable to breathe through their mouth as humans can. Horses can only breathe through their nose. They also can't vomit.
Oh.
So, good thing to know. Forge, would you believe that Fusaichi Pegasus, the Kentucky Derby winner in 2000, which of course you all know, sold at auction for over $100 million?
Yeah, I can believe that. Horses are damn expensive, especially race winners like that.
Yeah, but it only sold for a paltry $70 million, so that is 1 life point down. I know. $70 million? I mean, any of us could never afford that. But hey, you know what? It's okay. We're here. We're winners. JJ. Would you believe that the racehorse names have a character limit of 18 characters?
Racehorse names with a character limit. You know what? I'm gonna say I don't believe that.
You don't believe that? That is a shame, because that is actually true. The reason why, of course, is you want to make sure it's something you can easily put on a betting slip. You play that horse racing gotcha game. How do you not know that?
I played it. I am a recovering gotcha addict. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, I don't want to put too much pressure on you. I don't want to return you to paying for horse girls, so I'll be nice. But for me to be nice, I have to go back to Forge with the question, would you believe that there was an award-winning horse from the 18th century named Banananas?
Bananas?
Banananas.
Ooh. I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
No.
Forge, after all this time you've known each other, you had to call me out on not telling the truth like that? That's correct. There was no 18th century horse named Banananas. There was one named Potatoes, spelled Pot, and then 8 O's. So it was really named Patoos. Which, look, I've heard the story several times. The Potatoes is cute, but I'd much rather call the horse, and look, he's coming in, and here comes Patoos! Way more fun for me. All right, JJ, would you believe that a horse's maximum speed exceeds the fastest speed of a chocobo in Final Fantasy XIV?
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to think. Crap. How fast do they go? It's measured in yalms. I am going to say I do believe you.
You do believe that a horse can outrun a chocobo?
Yes.
You are correct. So, someone did the math per Reddit, which of course, a bunch of nerds on there. Someone actually did the math. The maximum speed of a chocobo based on the size of a square on the map and the time it takes for a chocobo to travel it came out to be 18.37 miles per hour, and a horse's maximum speed is estimated at 44 miles per hour. So, chocobos are slower than horses.
It helps that I play 14, so yeah.
It does. You know what doesn't help me, though, is with you answering that question, there's only 2 questions left, and you both have 1 life point left. Which means you both actually win, and I lose this one.
Oh dear.
Season, we're supposed to start off with a victory, and I gotta go in the pit again? What's with that?
That is a victory.
I mean, start the season off with a bang.
Yeah. Well, considering what's in that pit, that's actually might what happened. But before I go, let's just go through the basics. Forge, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Any shout-outs you want to do before we go?
No, I think I'm good for the moment. But thank you.
Good for the moment?
Yeah.
Of course, my pleasure. Hopefully we'll have you again in the future. And JJ, you may work for me, but here's your chance to go ahead and throw your brand or say anything you want to say before I have to go in the pit. I will definitely not be holding this against you in future meetings.
Don't worry. Well, all I would have to say is thank you for having me on, everybody, and I am not a cat supremacist, despite what my friends would say. Love you all.
Meaning despite what Mugenics says. I'm the end. All right, back away. Don't drop me yet. I know you want to. You gotta let me do the outro first. I'm watching you. So, this is not a joke. Don't do it. So, before we go, I want to thank everyone on the Twitch stream for coming and saying hi. Thank you so much. We're so excited to be back. We have so many things planned to coming up. We're going to have a great time, and I'm so glad you guys are here. For the guys in the audience, thank you so much for coming. That makes it so much more special when you guys show up. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And to anyone who sees it in the future on YouTube, I hope you like it. If you like it, give us a like and subscribe. Give us a follow. Check out our other skits. And give us some support, because guess what? We are creators in a time that AI is trying to keep us from being creators. Any support for us is basically a fight against AI. It's a strike against AI. So if you don't like AI, you've got to support us. Am I right? I'm probably wrong, but I'm also about to go in the pit. So with that said, thank you for coming to Would You? Drop him!
delicious.
Ooh, a bit of coyote time there.